Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the rats, man, because that's what you guys like to hear about. Shout out to everyone that takes the time to watch this show. I appreciate all of you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I got a lot of fans out there. I see, a lot of people leaving comments. Thank you for that, even if it's negative. Thank you. I appreciate it. And don't worry, big things coming. If you guys haven't seen some of the things I've been doing, you must be you must have hit your head, or you must be watching one of these other content creators, if they want to call themselves that. You must be watching their show because, I don't know. It's pretty insane. But hey, keep talking, because that's all you're going to do. Rah, what's up, man? Maureen, how are you? Don, what's going on? Everett, Big Boy Blue, Maureen, Full Green Light, what's up? Tony Cuts in the building. Dope intro. Thank you. So, a lot of people are talking about Ramundi and all this shit. Hey, if you guys want to see more Ramundi, just let me know. I got plenty of interviews with him. I can play you guys some unreleased shit. I'll play it for you guys in a little bit. But what's going on with everyone out there? I was going to play a pre-recorded video, but I was like, let me just jump on there. Hope everyone's having a good holiday, and it's a good start to December. It's already December. Can you believe that? It's about to be 2024 in, 25 days? 26 days? That's pretty crazy if you think about it. The year pretty much flew by. I guess when you're grinding and working your ass off, it seems like time flies by. But I've enjoyed every single minute that I've been putting into this journey, trying to make it somewhere. YouTube is not my end goal. You will see what the end goal is when I get there. But YouTube's definitely not it. No Ramundi, Tony Cut says. What's up, Yaz? How you doing? What's going on with SoFlo? I don't know. No clue. Don't know even. I don't even deal with any of those people. I have no clue, bro. Can't tell you. So, the thumbnail says, Sammy's talking about the Flores twins. Well, good thing I got someone who was locked up with the Flores twins and Sammy the Bull at the same time. And he kind of explains on what was really going on when they came into the building. Because Sammy is saying a different story. And it's not matching up to what this guy's saying. But we're going to play that video in 1 minute. I'm just going to grab it. I have so many interviews. It's like overwhelming, the amount of interviews that I have. I still got shit that I haven't even thought about dropping yet, but I should. Some people were saying that they don't like the what's it called, videos, the ones with the computer voice. Do you guys like the videos with the computer voice, or do you want me to just read all that shit? Because I can do it. I'll probably mispronounce a name or two, but hey, let's check out, who do we got here?
What's up, Bill Staxx?
What's up, Bill Staxx?
What's up, Bill Staxx?
What's up, Bill Staxx? What's going on? What's up, Bill Staxx?
What's going on, Bill Staxx?
Chatting with Staxx.
Hey, what's that? Shout out to the Mob King. Staxx, I'll do something for you. Appreciate that, man. You're definitely grinding, Staxx. Bundles seems like 24/7, 365, 100%, man. I'm not, listen, there's not enough days in the week. I don't care. I'm grinding from the moment I wake up until the moment I fall asleep. Joey Blunts, man, I'll call you when I'm done with this. I'm going to be out there again very soon. I got some major things going on. It's going to be dope. You guys are going to be, man. Hey, if you guys aren't surprised at some of the shit I'm doing now, just wait till this weekend. Your mind will be fucking blown. It really will. And if it's not, then just don't watch my show anymore. If your mind's not blown on Friday, don't watch the show anymore. You can unsubscribe. I got a video. Let's play it now. Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Bob.
Everyone minded their own business, you know. It's just he was a loudmouth, so you always knew him. And then because of the guys I was around, he would always come and want to talk to me, and like I was his buddy and shit.
So if you guys don't know who this is Bobby. He was locked up with Sammy the Bull and the Flores twins at the same time. So when the Flores twins came into the prison in the WITSEC unit, Bobby was there and he witnessed what went on with the Flores twins and Sammy the Bull. If you guys don't know, Sammy did a video the other day saying that he had an altercation with the Flores twins. But the truth is, Sammy was dropping slips on people. He was getting them moved. Let's listen to what he got to say. Bobby was locked up with Vic Amuso and all these powerful people. Some things happened. He didn't cooperate against any of the mob guys. There was this woman who killed a family, and she buried the bodies. Bobby was getting prosecuted out in Iowa, I think it was. And the woman was locked up right across the hall from him in the cell block. And she told him where the bodies were. And these are kids. And he decided to help the family of the kids. So he did what he had to do. And he had a 20-year sentence, I believe, or it might have been life. Mike, what's going on? Pope, how are you? Cinnamon Girl, thank you. I appreciate that. Come back to NYC. You already know. All right, let's get back to the video. Enough of my shit.
And, you know, you can get it filled up with Sammy real quick and
Keep my
want to
mouth
chase
shut.
him, you know.
My mouth shut.
Yeah.
My mouth shut.
We were talking about a situation. You said he was taking advantage of some younger inmates that were in there.
Oh, yeah. These two guys, they were loaded. They had a lot of money. When I say a lot, I mean hundreds of millions of dollars. Sammy would, you know, these are young kids, never been in trouble in their lives, and you know, lived like kings, you know. So going from that to prison, and bam, they smack right into Sammy the Bull, you know. So they're scared, but they're also like, you know, like, wow, this is Sammy the Bull. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he started getting them to bring tobacco and coke in, you know, through the visiting room. And I was telling him, Sam, why are you going to jeopardize these kids, man? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Why would you do that? You know, and then, you know, and he just, you know, he'd sneak them he'd roll these little cigarettes with Bible paper. That's what he'd use. He'd crinkle up Bible paper and use it as rolling papers. And, you know.
Was he known to do drugs a lot?
Just, he'd snort coke, you know, and I know that he liked weed. You know, he used to talk about that, but I mean, I wasn't involved with any of that shit with him, and I just, you know, he was like a magnet for heat, you know.
Yeah, they were on him every day, probably.
Right, and in any incident that happened, it was never his fault. It was always someone else's, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he just, you know, he he got no respect for anybody. It's all about himself. He's all about money. You know, it's not, you know, he's not compassionate. You know, I mean, his little bullshit about drug addiction and blah, blah, blah. Come on, he's a fraud. I mean, he's 100% phony motherfucker. He doesn't care about nobody. He didn't talk to his daughter for years because she was with a black guy. And but as soon as she got on this Mob Wives, I think that was the show. As soon as she started getting popular, bam, he wanted her to come visit, and you know, he started talking to her on the phone, and you know, what can you do? You know, he's always wanting to talk to producers, and what can you do for me? And I mean, it was like, you know, it's like, come on, man. Yeah.
Some people are just like that, man. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm positive he was not happy about that.
Oh no, his daughter?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't at all. No, he'd talk about it all the time, you know. Yeah, he says, "Oh, it disgusts me," and all this bullshit, you know. Nobody wants to hear that shit. You know, who wants to hear him whining?
Yeah, like
You know?
he's like a big child. It seems
Well,
like he cries a lot when he goes on his channel.
yeah, well, this is the thing. Any motherfucker that's going to involve his son and daughter in illegal activities is a fucking scumbag. And that's the bottom line. I mean, how are you going to involve your wife, your daughter, and your son and get them all indicted? I mean, it's crazy.
After you get out of the trouble you were in before.
Right. Yeah, and it's just insane. It's just because he wanted to be the big shot, you know, and you know, wanted to, you know, start his own gang, the Devil Dogs. You know what I mean?
He's still trying to do the same shit, man. I believe he still has his own mafia.
Yeah, the little gangsters, he calls them.
Yeah, Schmiegel is the boss, right?
Yeah, he's the boss. He's the boss. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be crazies that would even, you know, give him the time of day, you know, and believe some of this shit that he's saying. And I understand, I guess, the public believe in it because they don't know how prison is or how it works inside. So they don't, you know, they're going to believe whatever the guy says. I mean, that's because they don't know anything else. But if they, you know, lived a day in my life in prison, they'd see right through him, you know, then
sure.
It's a shame.
So before you were in jail or in prison with Sammy the Bull, how were these guys like Vic Musso and all the bosses? How did they think about Sammy? Because you were around that area when he cooperated, right? You were in prison with these guys.
Yeah, he was a piece. They knew he was a piece of shit, you know. Like Vic would never go to he'd always send gas pipe to talk to him because Vic didn't want to have nothing to do with him. You know, he thought the guy was a fucking retard. Excuse me, I don't want to say that word, but that's what he would say, you know.
Hey man.
Yeah, he didn't want to, you know, he didn't give him the time of day. But yeah, no, all the guys I was around, we're all, you know, pretty good guys. I mean, laid back, like Barney Bellomo. He real quiet, you know, respectful. I used to, you know, chat with him and while we were in the law library and, you know, do some research with him. And
how is he in person? Laid back? Or are they like real laid back gentlemen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like Vic is a good man, very respectful, very polite to everyone. You know, he doesn't see race. He doesn't, you know, he's just a nice guy to everyone. John Riggy from your area, politest man I ever met in my life. This guy was he was a real nice person. I had met his family and, you know, in the visiting room and all of them just real nice people. So, I mean, the stories you read in papers or hear in the news, I mean, and who knows? I mean, I don't know. They could have butchered 100 people. I don't know. But when I was with them and incarcerated, they were very upstanding and good guys. All of them. I mean, all of them. Fat Tony Salerno, Tony Ducks, Christy Tick. I mean, all these guys are just very polite, you know.
What about Nikki Scarfo? When's the first time you came across Nikki Scarfo?
When he got out of, I believe it was ADX, they had sent him to Atlanta from ADX, and yeah, I was introduced to him, you know, and yeah, little skinny old fella, old Nicky. He,
With a Napoleon complex. Do you think he has a Napoleon complex?
no, I don't. I don't think he does. Not my definition of Napoleon complex. I don't think he does. I mean, I mean, he's Nikki Scarfo. That's you know, I mean, he doesn't have to have a Napoleon complex.
Yeah, he's passed away now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's too bad.
Who are some of the other people that were locked up with you from Philadelphia?
Sal Merlino, Skinny Joy's dad, another guy. He was real quiet. Would spend a lot of time in a cell reading books. Oh, that lying piece of shit, Bobby fucking ass white fucking Louisi. I don't know if you know him.
What? I do know him.
Sorry. I feel sorry for you.
He's been caught in a bunch of lies, man.
Well,
and,
he lied on me. He lied on me bad.
Do you want to tell me the story of what happened when you were locked up with Mr. Luisi?
Well, first of all, he was I don't know how to even put it. He was a filthy guy. He was just, he could take a shower, get dressed, and come out of his cell, and he looked dumpy and just dirty. He was just, hair always out of place. I mean, just he looked like a nightmare. And but yeah, he would, act like he was somebody, but he'd never go to. I don't believe that he one time spoke to Vic. The entire time he was there, not once. Nobody wanted to mess with him. And I don't know if it's true, but allegedly he paid Skinny Joy to get a button. So
I've heard that on the streets.
yeah, anybody that would give him a button is a fool. And I don't know this guy Skinny Joy. I know who he is, but if he actually did that, I mean, come on, man. I mean, this guy. He involved me in 3 murders in Philadelphia, and I was in prison. I mean, are you a serious guy? Come on, man.
How did he try to do that?
Just talking, and he put it in his little bullshit book. He put in this whole, Nikki, gets out of ADX. Nikki thinks he's still the boss, and there's certain rules that you have to follow and so on and so forth. Like a boss, can't be dethroned or killed or anything like that. He's the boss for life, right? Unless this group of guys all agree. So he says that he's still the boss, and so he comes to me because he had heard that I had this guy Vic's ear and wanted me to talk to Vic about it. And I'm like,
how come he didn't just go right to Vic?
Vic don't talk to nobody. He don't talk to the wall. So, I mean, it takes Vic's pretty closed mouth when it comes to anything that pertains to organized crime and things like that.
Do you guys like it so far? Well, if you guys like that, check out this exclusive video. It's a home video of Michael Spilotro from Chicago. Check this out. They got a lot more to come. I got some exclusive unreleased content. Who we talking with, Staxx? What's going on, Mikey? Mickey? This is Bobby. He was locked up with Sammy the Bull. He was locked up with Vic Musso, Nikki Scarfo, all the bosses. So he was locked up in, I believe it was Atlanta. Back in the day, they were all at Atlanta. If you were a high-profile person, you would be in Atlanta. So he was down there in Atlanta with these people, and he ended up getting into something down there, and they shipped him back to Iowa, I believe, and they were gonna make him go through trial again. And that's where he came across this woman that killed these kids. She had these kids and the whole family tortured. It was over some drug deal. So they were going to prosecute Bobby, the guy that you saw me talking with earlier. They were gonna prosecute Bobby, and that interview was like a 5-part, so it goes for a long time. So but I'm gonna play the rest in 1 second. So yeah, he wasn't locked up with Ramundi. He was locked up with the bosses, man. Ramundi wasn't a boss. He doesn't claim to be a boss. But anyway, get off the Ramundi shit, Tony, huh? Jesus Christ, it seems like you care about it more than anyone else. Like, every day you're commenting about Ramundi. Like, goddamn, get off his fucking dick, bro. But anyway, let's get back to the video. And hit the like button. Yeah. So what exactly did Nikki Scarfo reality report? Subscribe to the reality report. That
correct. Vic, he wanted me to explain to him that Nikki's still the boss, and that Skinny Joey is there illegally, and that he wants help to secure his position. Mm-hmm. And he sent word to Carmine Gigante and said that, and I don't know if this is true or not, but he said that Carmine agreed with him, and Vic agreed with him. So that, got back to Skinny Joey, I guess. I mean, they had Mike Tassetta, who was the underboss of the Lucchese's in Jersey. And I think he sent word to Skinny Joey, and, they wanted to do some negotiating and talking, and, but Nikki, he wanted to kill everybody. That's all Nikki wanted to do.
Yeah, he said he wanted to just kill everybody.
Nikki's legitimate. I mean, he's like 5'3", but he's a legitimate tough guy. I mean, he was. I think that he was probably, out of everyone that I've ever met, was probably. I mean, you could feel the dangerousness, or that the potential of danger with him.
If you guys don't know, Nikki Scarfo killed somebody with a fucking butter knife when he was young. He was like, I think he was 17, maybe younger. He might have been younger than that, but he killed somebody in a diner with a butter knife, jabbed it in their neck. He went to prison for that. And if you guys don't know that, check out that story. Maybe I'll do a show about that. I have a show that's going to be coming up about Frank Sinatra Jr., his kidnapping. So stay tuned for that. Chris, what's going on? What's up, the reality report? Maureen, how are you? Damn it, Mandy, coleslaw. Nico, what's going on, man? Go subscribe to the Trump Crime Family. That's another channel I got. Go subscribe to it. And make sure you guys go check out the Reformed Podcast with myself and Katrina Michio. It's a really good show. The last interview we did was tonight. Go check it out. It's with Hollywood Wade from Crime and Entertainment. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, and I'll put a link in the chat. Let's get back to this video.
Oh, he weighed 80 pounds.
He killed a guy with a butter knife, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. I mean, yeah,
He
he's
did
yeah,
in a diner in front of everybody. Stuck it right through his neck.
yeah, yeah. He's that type of guy. I'm sure. Yeah, but he was again. He was always very cordial, very respectful. Um, and I got along with all of them. You know, I mean, yeah, I got along with all of them. I mean, I got close to to a lot of them, and I haven't I've never talked disparagingly about them. They're all very respectful.
Let's talk about Joey Testa.
Oh, what about Joey?
So, you were in the prison when this helicopter incident happened, right? So, if you guys don't know, it's Joey Testa, right? Yeah, he's out of prison. He got parole, and he's out of prison right now. He's in a halfway house in New York. There's some developments in this story, and I'm gonna bring them to you. I know some inside information that you guys might not be aware of. So stay tuned for that, and let's get back to this.
Wasn't in the prison when that happened.
No, you were in prison when this.
Oh yes, yeah.
So you want to explain to the people out there what took place with the helicopter? What I'm even talking about?
Oh, they uh, tried to get Joey Testa involved in a plot to escape, and he was locked down because of it. He was under investigation for several months in the hole. They had found a helicopter, or they had, yeah, the helicopter was found in Indiana, Terre Haute, Indiana, and the pilot, and I believe they allowed it to take off or land. They had informants telling the feds what was going on before it happened, so they were already aware of it, and they let it mostly play out. But then they arrested, they charged 3 or 4 people in it, and I don't think they ever officially charged Joey, but Joey had,
Didn't
Joey was going to go.
didn't the helicopter clip the barbed wire and crash?
I don't know if that was in Terre Haute or if that was in with Ben Kramer out in Florida.
It was
Ben
Ben Kramer was the same person, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think that it happened like that in Terre Haute, but it did in Florida. Yeah, the pilot hit the razor wire and crashed.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, Ben Kramer. He had a lot of cash, and he's a drug smuggler or drug dealer, and he was a boat builder. He sold cigarette boats to like the Coast Guard and the Miami Vice type boats.
Yeah.
He had a boat yard that built them. At the same time, he made his boats a little bit faster so he could smuggle marijuana in. I mean, his case is some outrageous, 800,000 pounds of marijuana or something like that.
It's insane. He's
Yeah.
still in prison, right?
Yeah, him, and then he had a co-defendant, Rick Wayne. He was a national funny car champion, and Randy Lanier, I think he was the 1985 Rookie of the Year for Indianapolis 500. He had a lot of big name co-defendants.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
for real.
There's so many stories you have.
Yeah, I probably do.
For real.
But yeah, no, but me and Vic were real close. I was real close with Vic. Good guy. He didn't like gas pipe.
What's some of the stuff he would say about gas pipe?
No, it just sickened him. I mean, it sickened him because he was like his brother. I mean, they were very close, and for him, at the end, he thought that gas pipe was the one that set him up to get caught. They were on the lam, and they had certain times and phone numbers where they would go to a payphone so they could communicate, and he had a time set up in a shopping center and went to the payphone, and there he looked up and he seen this female, and she looked suspicious, but she was an FBI agent.
Hope you guys like that interview with Bobby. There's 2 more parts to it, so it'll be coming soon. And I have so much to release. It's going to be incredible. You guys will see very soon. And I got more Ramundi for you too, Tony Cuts. Don't worry, coming right up. Since you guys love him so much, I might as well bring him back on, right? It's not my decision to judge if these people are telling the truth or if they're bullshitting, or that's for you guys to decide. I just interview people. I'm not going into business with these guys. Like, come on, man. Oh, I'm killing you with that last part. My bad, man. I know I left you hanging the cliffhanger. But it gets pretty intricate, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm just getting tired of hearing it, Tony Cuts. I don't need to answer questions, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. Easy as a click, bro. You got to understand how this works. And I don't think you're getting it. But you'll figure it out. But anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this video, start your own podcast. Oh, yeah. Don't be a bitch.